Hello, and welcome to the iPrep series for Introduction to Epidemiology. This series of videos is meant to prepare you for some of the concepts that are central to helping you succeed in your public health course. We will review fractions, master 2x2 tables, review the scientific method and take a look at study designs, and finally incorporate everything we've learned with some word problem practice. In this first part, we will review some familiar math concepts. Fractions are central to all health-related disciplines and especially important in epidemiology. In this section, we are going to discuss comparing and simplifying fractions, as well as adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing them. Keep in mind we are all at different places along our paths. Although this section will be review for some, it never hurts to have a refresher. So what does math have to do with epidemiology? Well, epidemiology focuses on your ability to analyze and compare numbers. This is useful for reviewing journal articles, which become an important part of all your future public health courses. It is also useful for everyday life when you're watching the news or making evaluations regarding public health. Let's start with some fraction basics. Many of you will remember seeing this pizza example when you first started learning about fractions. It helps illustrate how fractions represent a portion of the whole. You will see fractions expressed as a over b, or sometimes sideways, where a is the numerator and b is the denominator. The numerator is the portion, while the denominator is the whole. One trick for remembering which is which is that the words denominator and down both start with the letter D. Because many of the fractions used in epidemiology are a portion of the whole sample, the numerator is not bigger than the denominator. Remember that even though a fraction may be shown in a different form with different numbers, it's possible for the values to actually be the same. This illustration shows how 4/8, 3/6, and 2/4 are all the same as 1/2. At times you will need to be able to express fractions in a different form in order to compare them. Whenever you're transforming fractions, it is important to remember the golden rule. Basically, whatever you do to the top, or the numerator, must also be done to the bottom, or the denominator. Your goal is to change the numbers in the fraction without changing the fraction's value. So in this brief video intro, we talked about the goals of this iPrep series, the importance of math and fractions in epidemiology, different parts of a fraction, and the fact that fractions can be expressed in different forms. We also introduced the golden rule, which we will apply when changing a fraction's form. Please continue to video number 2 to begin comparing fractions. Thank you.